bone-chilling playoff football at that in the city of brotherly love at Lincoln Financial Field. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
We play to win. Let's go!
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On the return, Jackson. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a first and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Here's Wentz to throw. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. It's a gain of 35. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on first and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Now Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss. Cousins. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
They'll get a couple yards on that one. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. from the gun. Here's Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Gets through, and now an opening. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 31 yards there and a first down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Play action. Now Wentz. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Daniil Hunter. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. To throw, it's Wentz. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 45 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Fletcher Cox. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Cousins. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 38, Cousins airing it deep into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. Wentz now to throw. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And they got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, they run with Howard. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. From the 36, Wentz dumps that off to his running back, Jordan Howard. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And this is caught by Jackson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Running from the gun with Howard. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there.
Let's go.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
2nd down and goal. Wentz, and it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Let's go.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off from about the 31. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. It's caught by Bryant. And he'll be brought 9-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw, Cousins. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
Here's Jackson. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A quick throw. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 10-yard line.
Go. 120.
I got one.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. He's going to fire one deep over them. And got his man complete. 36 yards on the play.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And it's 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz forced out to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And an alley to run. The 20. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordan Howard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the
and the ball is knocked out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Being chased out left. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. Now Wentz. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain. 44 yards. Wentz going to throw. Dancing to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Throwing now is Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now a play fake. Wentz. He'll buy some time right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taken in at the 22. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. 15 seconds to play in the first half. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Pierre Garçon, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal for Cousins. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph in the final seconds of the first half as they are now on the board here in the first half. To throw is Cousins. Flush to his right. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Wentz now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin bringing the pressure yet again. That's his third sack here tonight.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Another try after the first down sack. Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
It's now third down.
Down to lose one. Watch the eye.
On play action, it's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught by Jackson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Vikings take over first and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins got his target, Pierre Garçon. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. A first down throw for Cousins. Airing it deep for Garçon. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, what's the ball? He's checking. Crash.
They'll throw again. Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Escaping the pressure right. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs. 66 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Trey 15, Trey 15.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. Buying time to his left. Completes it to Aguilar. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And all the way down to the 26. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To the air again, it's Cousins. That is incomplete.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off. not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They run with Howard. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Howard. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Shorty. 74.
Now Wentz on third down. Flushed out right. He may try and run. And he coughed it up. Now we have Wentz here still down on the ground. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. Keep it up. Get it.
They'll run on first down. It's Howard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Switch.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 10-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. Elliott now to add the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. Now after the touchdown, here's and this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Cousins on first down. Pass incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Ronald Darby coming from the corner.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The tackle goes to Harrison Smith.
Go to 15, run,
Second
69.
and 7 at the Vikings 40.
First throw now for the backup McCown. That's caught by Jackson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. On first and 10, it's Sanders. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that will extend this big lead.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing again on second and 10. Cousins. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 49 yards. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Flush to his right, and that's incomplete. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Cousins to throw for it on fourth. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They start on the ground here at Sanders. The tackle made by the corner, Jimmy Smith. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
He completes it to Bryant. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
X3, 218, chop it.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And his throw is incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
It's our time.
Black.
54.
Cousins again. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Fletcher Cox able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
3rd and long for Cousins. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Three down, three down.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule, trying to get 4 downs on first down, they did that plus 3.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And he's got room. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me,
ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot.